Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Time for another Making Things Bloody video using this EBA Bright Blood that I got on eBay. It comes in different shades. I went for the brightest blood they had, and it's really good stuff. Dries looking really wet and it's not tacky to the touch. It dries perfectly. And this time I'm going to do some work on the 3-0 Leatherface. I'm going to put some of this EBA blood on the chainsaw blade there and go over the areas where I did it with just paint. Because it will look a hell of a lot better when I use this EVA blood. So I'll have to just go over a lot of these spots. And that's cool. I think it will elevate the piece even more. Another piece I want to do some work on with the blood is Chucky here. Around where the blade, it's just, you know, it's a very stark kind of transition there. There's not much to look at. So rather than just putting the EVA blood around here, it would look, you know, because of how flat the surface is, it would look like the knife is embedded into a little puddle of blood. So I'm going to have to sculpt some kind of just gnarly wound action here and then put the EVA blood over the top of that, just to make that little section look a lot more realistic. Obviously I'll just go over the little nosebleed there as well, although that blood is quite good that came on the figure. That's such a good piece, man. Check out the review on the channel for that one if you haven't seen it. And thank you for the great response to the blood video for the American Werewolf in London, Kessler Wolf by Necker. Got one clean and one bloody version. It's really scary looking. I mean, it was anyway, but with the blood, it's just terrifying. Did the blood on the open mouth version too. And then I will get to, I'm not going to rush into this one, but I do want to do some work on this big 1/6 scale Cool Models werewolf as well, and possibly some Vampirella stuff in the future too with the blood. But for this video, it's all about Leatherface. Now, with this being a video on Leatherface here, it's inevitable I'll get a few comments from you guys out there saying I should get the Sideshow Pretty Woman version. Is it Pretty Woman? I think so. It looks amazing. I will try and pick it up at some point in the future, folks. So for those of you about to mention that, yes, I do think the Sideshow Leatherface looks very good. I love the sculpted hair on that one, and just everything about it really looks excellent. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with this one, to be honest. This is, to be honest, the version of him I see in my head whenever I think of Leatherface. I always imagine that scene in the daylight where he bashes that guy over the head and slams that door. Just iconic, kind of classic moment. But yeah, I will try and pick up a Pretty Woman version by Sideshow at some point in the future. Be nice to have it, but this guy's an absolute beast. Alright, let's get blooding. Got the paint, and I got the paintbrush. Alright, so I filmed myself doing a little bit of this, and blob it on here. Cover up all those areas where I tried to, you know, get a realistic looking blood effect just using, I guess, acrylic paints. Maybe some Revel paints I was using, like those model kit ones, the little blue tubs. I'll just spread this around a little. Not sure how interesting this is for you guys to watch, but I figured go ahead and get some of it on film around these areas as well, because you can see I'll have to, I won't really mess with the blood that's on the actual yellow part of the chainsaw, because that's actually, the blood spray that Sideshow did is actually pretty damn cool. So alright, so I am just adding little specks here and there of blood on his skin where there's already kind of little established splotches of blood. Just going over those with the EBA blood because it'll look more real. And just a little bit here and there on the actual yellow part of the chainsaw, just little bits. I want to cover up any of that blood spray. I'm just putting little bits of blood here and there, that's all. You go ahead and worry about that. feel like Bob Ross over here. Got that soothing, relaxing voice happening for you. Oh, you got some of the blood on the tie. Let's go ahead and put some EBA blood on the tie there. Yes, sir. Yeah. Alright. Don't go too crazy. Don't want to go too crazy, folks. Keep yourself in check. Don't get too carried away. Make that look a little bit more random. Yeah. A little bit here on there's blood on his wrist, which you can't see very well right now, but go ahead and concentrate on the task at hand if that's alright with you. Alright, so that side of the chainsaw blade is looking good, but there is another side to it over here, so I gotta do that now. Alright, just go ahead and get that on there. Alright, now just get yourself filming a little bit of the applying the blood to the apron here. So I'm going to go over these main blobs with the EBA. Just try and do as many of these as I can. Get it looking sweet. And this will be nice as well, because I won't do all of them, because the ones that I don't do will look like older blood. You know, you don't want every bit of blood to be exactly the same, so well, tone-wise anyway. So leave some of these older ones that are more dried in, whereas the EBA looks fresh. Ooh, big blob right about there. Let it drip down. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Blob on that. Lobby. Get a nice little drippy effect. Like that. Yeah, that looks good. Looks so good. It's starting to make me nauseous. A little too convincing. It looks top notch. Look at that. That's nasty. Alright, don't want to go too crazy here, so I want to stop soon, but certainly is a cool effect. Get some of these streaks a bit more fresh. There we go. Nice big streak of blood on the bottom there. A couple more of these little cheeky subtle ones mixed in with the older, dried in. A bit more on the tie. A bit up here. A bit there. Beautiful. Alright. Around this side. Dips and dabs. I'm going to get some around the bottom here. I don't know if you can see, but because there wasn't any. Just a little bit. Just what's left on the brush and around it there. Get on there. Alright. That's probably enough. Alright, he's looking good. Let's move him around here. Let the light catch the chainsaw blade. That wet EBA blood, it looks really gnarly. Definitely a very cool effect. And obviously the new little splashes on his apron. It was very effective. Little spots like around his hand there. Didn't go too crazy with it. I think that's enough. But it made an already very menacing looking bulky 1/6 scale piece even more menacing and scary. You can almost hear that chainsaw blade revving up. It's hungry. Hungry for meat. Yes. So, yeah, I'll see about getting that Pretty Woman version by Sideshow. Not in any time soon, but, you know, maybe later on down the line. Who knows? It'll probably end up being quite hard to get. Well, they might reissue it later on down the line. We'll see. So, I hope you enjoyed this most bloodtastic little mod video. And there'll be more of these in the future. I'll do more work on more of the figures in the collection. And it should be fun. I hope you're having a great Christmas so far, folks. I hope you're having a bloody good Christmas, eh? Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333. I'll see you real soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.